is it complex to change the design? If we're establishing that the new Cybercab is in fact the sub $25,000 car, to change it up, you know, some people think it's going to be difficult. Of course, there's some stuff involved in the process, but you got to figure this is all drive-by-wire stuff. When you put steering wheel and pedals into it, you're not actually putting like a steering column in and pedals and like cables in the old school days. And most cars, I don't know enough to be honest with you, but a lot of new cars have drive by wire, which means you're touching the pedal, but it's just connected electronically. There's no actual cable. Back in the day, back in Boomer's day, boom! Uh, you stepped on the gas, there was a little throttle, there was a cable that pulled the throttle on the carburetor, and there was stuff involved. There was linkage, there was things. This, you just put in a new electrical panel. Maybe you guys know this already, but some people don't. Like, oh, it's gonna be tough to make it. No, what you're doing is you're like putting a video game console into the into the car to make us think like I'm doing everything. I am driving. Look at me. But really, the car could just drive itself. We're dumbing it down for us, you know? Oh, it's awesome. I think this is so cool. This is so cool. I hope you guys are excited. And I hope I'm not drooling too much on the YouTube. Uh, but I was thinking if they're going to be pumping these babies out, if this is the Volkswagen Bug of the future, right? This is the EV bug that Volkswagen couldn't do. It's just too bad because I like Volkswagen. And I think most people really liked Volkswagen. Volkswagen has this, of all brands out there, my dad had Volkswagen Bugs. He probably had two, three, four of them. My first car was a hand-me-down Volkswagen Bug from my sister, who I think got it from my other sister, and then one of my brothers might have had it too at one point. But when I got it, it was like an orange fender, blue uh, engine cover, a dent. There's three cylinders, and I do remember it was running on three cylinders. We had to take it to this shade tree mechanic who fixed it for us, and like I don't even know what he did, but he like redid the cylinder head or the something. I wasn't paying attention. I was just trying to get to my girlfriend's house in my bug, man, driving my bug. Man, it was a great car. It's just like, oh, I was thinking, this is what I was thinking. If they're pumping these babies out, right? You don't want to be standing in the city street and be like, oh, there's a cyber cab coming, but it's me and mama driving. Driving through town, and then we get some weirdo like, hey, it's supposed to be my car. No, no, no. So I was thinking the cyber cab, I think, is going to be that color. It's going to be that like that Cybertruck silver. And there's a lot of discussion on the channels. Is it aluminum? Is it sheep stainless steel? Is it what's it made out of? And I haven't heard anything definitive, so I don't really know. But I'm guessing it's aluminum. I mean, I'm guessing it's like a regular car body, but it's stamped. I don't think they made it. They're not going to make that car complex. I mean, it's complex. The funny thing about that car is it's the software that's the winner. Like that's the super cool thing. The car, they want to make it as simple as possible to get through regulations and safety and to build it as economically as possible. So they're not going to do like the Cybertruck finish on there. They're not going to try to do all that. They're not going to do too much stuff to it. But I think they got us thinking cyber, and I think they, whatever the coding is on that, I'd love to. I'm sure that's going to come out more and more as this goes on. Like, what is it actually? Is it just that silver color? I've heard it's like some people think it's like this primer that you put on before you paint, and it just kind of looks that way. So I don't know. But anyway, I think it'll maintain that color because it's the cyber cab, and it's like, that's becoming like the iPhone. It's coming a ubiquitous kind of product or marketing or whatever. So like when our little lizard brains now see that silver color, we're like, oh, that's a cyber something. Just like it's an something, iPhone or an iPad or a robot or whatever, whatever it is. Guys, I'm so excited about this. I think it's going to be so cool. I hope you guys are excited. And, um, but anyway, I got to get the noodle working, got to get that noodle going. But anyway, I think they're going to maintain that color for the Cybercab. This is just crystal ball stuff right here. It's a crystal ball right here. That's real murky and cloudy. I think it's going to stay silver, cyber silver, And then the public, John Q. Public, going to be able to buy like a white one, a red one, a blue one, black one. So if you see a colored car, whoa, that's one of them colored cars. You better watch out, boy. If you see one of those colored cars, add it, add it, add it. If you see a car that's not silver, that's probably a personally owned vehicle. You know what I mean? That's what I kind of think. And the cyber one, so, what do we see now? Yellow. We see a yellow car in the city. 9 times out of 10, it's a cab, These are going to be silver. So I think they're going to. Nobody said this. I've not heard this. This is just lizard brain going. Lizard brain. It's going to stay silver. So the cabs will be silver. You'll see them all over the city. You'll be able to hop in one, hop out of one, call one to you. They're going to have to be marked somehow, right? Because right now, if you call Uber, it's like, he's pulling up in a Prius. Here's his license plate. Da, da, da. Well, I guess they'll be licensed. They'll be licensed, or they'll have numbers on them. Oh my gosh. This is cool stuff. Like, I haven't heard any of this stuff. This is new to you right here. This is fresh off the press. So they'll be numbered, and you'll be like, oh, cab 385 is coming. Honey, look for cab 385. That's ours. And then will somebody else, maybe they block you or get you in or whatever? Probably not. They're going to be like, I'm here to pick up blah, blah, blah. This guy, Like, or maybe there's a QR code. Ooh, maybe the QR code revolution is going to be here where you like match it up or something. And it's like, yep, this is my cab. I called, I'm going to the baseball game or something. So anyway, I think they're going to be unique colors for retail sale for the consumer, and they're going to be silver on the road. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think that's good logic right there. I'm excited. So anyway, the complexity, I was going to go back to that. It's not as complex as we think it is. It's really switching panels. So to have these both going on the same line and just switching components, here and there, or this, the line goes like this. It's the unboxing line. Have you guys heard that? Like the new manufacturing process that they have. What's the best way to say it? Keeps the car unassembled as long as possible. You put all the components together and then you put it together instead of like you get in the car and you're trying to like put a screw in over here and like traditional automakers. They keep it unboxed as long as possible and then put big components together. The battery pack and everything is the main structure underneath and helps with all the torsional rigidity and all that stuff. So it's not as hard. You're gonna have most of the assembly. 75% of the assembly will be the same, and then this one will go over here for Cybercab line, and this one will go over here for the consumer line. Anyway, I hope you guys are excited. There's so much to learn. There's so much coming. This We Robot event was wild, right? I think the We Robot event was wild, But to watch it, it was sort of disjointed, in my opinion. It was kind of like they didn't walk us through it. They just were like, bam, this is what's coming. Hope you like it. And then watching all this stuff is great because it's sort of unpacking, like, oh, what could this be? What could that be? And I guess Tesla can't really do that. You know, they can't really walk us through it until they're there. Like when the robotaxi gets launched in its first city, they'll probably have an event and be like, this is what you do. Here's the app. Summon the car, blah, 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 blah. They'll probably like do a little more detailed hand holding walkthrough kind of thing. But right now, this big vision that they put out there, it's cool, man. It gives a lot to think about. And if you're a stock guy, a lot of people are, see the stock go down anytime. What is it? Buy the news, sell the what is it? Buy the rumor, sell the news. That's what it is, I think. So anyway, everybody like, oh my God, it's gonna be like, everybody gets all crazy, and then like they didn't give us the details. We don't know exactly what's happening. So the stock goes down. Stocks are come back up. This is you know, what do you say? I'm not a stock guy, not a stock advice, nothing like that. I'm not telling anybody what to do here. You know what I'm saying? Nobody telling me what to do. Just keep watching and keep learning. And keep your ears and eyes open to the future. It's going to be pretty exciting. Drop me a comment. What do you think?